Hey guys, I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about how I will be grading your projects next week. All right, I'll be using this rubric. It's called the Project Design Rubric, and you will often see PBL listed on this rubric. What that means is project-based learning. And the reason I've selected this rubric is because you are demonstrating your understanding of 1984, as well as the skills and elements that we've studied this 6 weeks, to deepen and broaden your understanding of the novel, all right? Especially the why and the so what, right? So why did Ponder want you to read this? So what will you do now that you know this novel, okay? So let's go through the rubric real quick. You'll notice that on the far right-hand side, it says that it's effective. The middle column says needs further development, and the very first column says lacks features of effective PBL. So obviously we want to stay towards the right side, all right? So let's go through these one at a time. I'm going to focus on the features of an effective PBL because I really want you to try your best to do your best on this, all right? So again, the project is focused on your knowledge, on your understanding, on your skills. So really think about, why do you think I am letting you do this, right? So the playlist, which seems like a pretty fun, straightforward one. Why? Why do you think I listed that? It's not just because I like music. I want you to think about how important is music to us as a culture or to a nation for patriotism and things of that nature. I want you to just go a little bit deeper with your understanding, okay? Similarly, you have to demonstrate critical thinking and creativity, as well as project management. Project management means I gave this assignment to you almost a month ago. How have you been able to get it done? Does it look rushed? Does it look like you waited until the last minute? Obviously, collaboration, you are welcome to talk to other students about their work. However, every student has to turn in their own project, okay? The essential project, I will fill that in. That is what it is that you are creating to show, right? The next one says challenging problem or question. And so what this is are you focused on the specifics of the project? Okay, so is there a question that requires answering? Is there a problem that needs a solution? You know, is it possible that there's more than one answer? Which all of these, yes, there is. So similarly, I want you to go a little bit deeper and think about how your project could inspire others to either read 1984 or to consider the concepts that we've discussed as far as politics and power are concerned, okay? Sustained inquiry. So this is something that you have had to do like some deep thinking on. Again, I'm going to stick with the playlist. You know, you didn't just pick 5 random songs. You chose very specific songs, and you're able to explain to myself as well as the class why those songs align to the project as well as to the people of 1984. Okay, there should be no wishy-washy, well, I like this song, because that's not good enough. All right, so inquiry just means that you're thinking about it. You are thinking deeply and critically about what your project is and how it contributes to our understanding of 1984. Authenticity is just that. It is a legit project. This isn't something you copied off the internet. I will be searching the internet for projects to see what it is that you have found or you had access to, and just so you know, if I find your project on the internet, that is plagiarism. It's a 0, okay? But also authenticity means how real is this assignment? So again, thinking about music list, I want you to think about why political parties choose certain songs to be played. All right. Certain ideologies have certain types of music, certain political groups, everything. I want you to think deeply about the why, okay? Student voice and choice. This just means that you have taken the opportunity to ask for help if you needed it, that I consider your explanation and your concerns, but also that you have the choice of your project, which you did. All right, I did not force anyone to choose any specific project. Reflection, we will do after the project. You are going to reflect on your learning because of the text as well as your project. So that is something that we will do before I grade this, but also you need to be prepared, during the presentation for questions that will be posed, all right? I will pose some questions. If there's another adult in here, he or she will pose questions as well as your classmates, because you know how to do these high-level questions. And so I want you to feel comfortable in discussing this with one another. Critique and revision. This one I'm not going to touch as much because last week with the snow week, it kind of got us off track and I did not have as much time to meet with students about their work. So obviously if you took time to do the form and talk to me about your project, then that will count towards this. Otherwise, I haven't figured out how I'm going to fulfill this part just yet. And the last one is the public product. You will have a way to post your project. I have told many people at the school about this project, and so there are many curious adults who would like to see what it is that you are doing. But also, I have also contacted the Waco Tribune as well as the Waco ISD Twitter account and asked if students could post their writings to those. So Waco Tribune, I'm waiting for a response on, but Waco ISD's Twitter account said yes, so long as it's appropriate and it does not cast the district in a negative light. So public product just means that you're not just making something for your teacher or your class, but it's something that can be appreciated and criticized and discussed by bigger groups of people, all right? Because that's what we want. We want to cause a stir with what it is that we know, all right? So now that is the rubric. If you have questions over this, you need to get a hold of me. I will talk about this briefly on Thursday, but otherwise, this is what it is, and I am very looking forward to your projects next week.